Theater Basement Gun Shop. It's been too long since I got some trigger time for myself at the range, so I thought I'd bring one of the more oddball firearms from my collection out to just let it run and just basically to waste some ammunition. So the first thing on the menu for today is the Thompson 1927 A1. Now, as much as I would love to just tear it up with this, this is not a full auto version. This is a modern replica of the Chicago typewriter, so it's only semi-automatic. I've got targets out at 25 yards and 50 yards for this. I shot it once at 100 yards and it was hell waiting for 4 seconds to hear the gong ring because the bullet was so big and slow. So we're just going to throw some rounds down range with this just because it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon and because I can. Handled one of these, I'll tell you right off the bat, it is an absolute bear to shoot. The recoil really isn't that bad, but empty, this gun with no magazine in it weighs 16.5 pounds because it is pretty much all solid steel. From the tip of the muzzle all the way back to the end of the receiver, it's just one big block of steel. There's nothing lightweight, there's no skimping on materials, it's heavy. That coupled with the fact that pulling the bolt back requires the finger strength of an orangutan. I mean, there are times after shooting it, I resort to taking an empty gun to lock the bolt back and just pushing the bolt down on the table and then hitting the bolt catch, which is right here. But it is pretty cool to shoot. So let's get a magazine in there. There we go. And let's see what we get at the 25-yard mark. We seem to have a jam. There we go. We have a failure to extract. Yep. And one last round. So you can see it does require some manhandling when you're trying to operate the gun. There are times when as much as I hate to say it, normal gun handling practices just don't work because it's so heavy and the springs in it are so powerful. So let's take a look downrange and see what we got. Not too bad. I was aiming for the orange dot, well, the orange center. It's a mini silhouette, and the holes look to be grouped pretty much all bottom right. I'm going to take a walk up there. We'll leave the camera that way and we'll see what we get. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. They all seem to be hitting a little low and to the right, maybe 3 or 4 inches. So slap another magazine in, send 10 more rounds, see if we can get them to feed without issue, and we'll go from there. Definitely gives you a healthy respect for what GIs had to go through in World War II to operate this monster. Springs that were so hard, I mean, definitely gives you a healthy respect. Oh. This is one of the problems with it. It didn't feed all the way, and when I pulled it back, now I got a double feed. A live round in the chamber. Put the safety on, put this round back in the magazine, and the magazine back in. There we go. It's a bear to operate, but it is a fun gun to shoot. So I'm pretty much satisfied with that. I think what I'm going to do is load a couple more magazines up, and we'll roll out to the 50-yard target, flip up the verniers on the rear sight, and see if I can actually hit something out that far with that thing. And they seem to be one tight little group just to the right about an inch. Yeah, we'll zoom out or zoom in on the target and see what we got. There we go. Look at that. Not bad. Not bad at all, even if it is a 45 ACP from a 16.5-pound rifle. So we're going to move the camera around, we're going to move over to the first rifle bench, and we're going to shoot out to 50 yards. Got a new target out at 50 yards. I got the verniers set on here. We got 2 magazines loaded up. So let's flip up the sights and see if we can hit something. I have no idea where these bullets are going to land other than at the 50-yard line somewhere. I've never used these verniers before. I've only ever shot it at 25 yards, except for that one time I tried hitting a steel plate out at 100. So we'll see what we get. And we have a failure to feed. Oh, we're empty. So let's take a quick look through the spotting scope and see what we got, if anything. Wow, wicked low. Let's roll the camera around. Here we go. Focus. Focus. There we go. I was aiming pretty much at the top of the orange circle, and that's where everything landed. So let's adjust the sights up a little more and see what we get. Let's adjust these sights up one little bitty click. Whoops, not that little bitty. There we go. Adjust those sights up. Get the glasses on. Get a magazine in there, and we'll go from there. Okay. Still aiming at the top of the orange circle. And what do we have this time? Looks like a failure to chamber. And another failure to chamber. Well, let's get that last round in there. I'll slap the magazine in so the slide locks back, so the bolt locks back. Take a look through the scope. That's better. We're all around the bottom of the target. That noise is one of the neighbors mowing his grass. There you go, you can see some closer up to the bullseye, to the actual center. I think I'm going to adjust the sights up again and throw a couple more rounds. The sights adjusted, let's load it up and see where we're hitting. Interesting, only one failure that time. Let's take a look through the scope. We're pretty much around the same spot we were last time. So we'll bump the sights up a little bit more. And for the last 10 rounds on this one, I'm just going to roll the camera around, zoom in, and you can see them hit before I do. There we go. And that's 10. How'd I do, guys? Well, off to the right, and pretty much all in the same area. That could be my unfamiliarity with the sights, the reloads, a whole bunch of things. But either way, there you have it, the Thompson 1927 A1. Beautiful gun. A bruiser to shoot, but it is pretty fun. As usual, thanks for watching the Basement Gun Shop. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below in the comments. Like the channel, subscribe, even better. And until next time, stay safe and keep shooting.